Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before. Imagine tuning into real-time discussions, expert analyses, and fan interactions all at your fingertips. Each platform offers a unique experience, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. We're not just sharing stories, we're creating a community of passionate sports enthusiasts. Join us as we dive deep into the evolution of podcasting, where every episode is a chance to engage, debate, and celebrate the world of sports. This is where your voice matters and the game never stops. Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before, where sports passion meets podcasting brilliance. I'm Mike, the Bear fan, and alongside Bill, the Packer fan, and our buddy Ken Catalone, we're bringing you an incredible lineup of 38 diverse podcasters.
Show up here locally in the community. Make sure y'all go check out New Cat Body by Jeremy Campbell.
Good evening and welcome to the Lions Fan Cave chat. I've got Austin, Bistrilla the Thrilla, and Will Vogel as long as his Cricket Wireless holds out. We got Wayne Shirk in the comments going, let's fucking go.
There it goes.
And there it went.
Right on cue.
I had to say something.
Poor Will. We're going to have to go do a GoFundMe account so we can get a good internet. GoFundMe, man. We're going to go fund you, man.
Yep. And now I think we even got our buddy. It is
Keegan.
It's Keegan.
What up, bud?
Okay, my first thing to let everybody know, Ennis Rakestraw is back as our official first guy off the IR in the playoff. Thank God, no more ABV.
Well, he'll still be there.
I know, I was just messing around. I'm just so sick of him get burnt. Every time he comes in, he does like 2 good plays and then gets burnt for 2 straight.
It'll be all right.
But who is your offensive MVP? Let's start with Austin.
Jahmyr Gibbs, 4 touchdowns, over 160 scrimmage yards, 170 scrimmage yards.
I mean on the season. On the season.
Oh,
Who's your offensive MVP?
gotcha. On the season, I'm still Jahmyr Gibbs. He's got 20 touchdowns on the year. Broke 1,000. So he's at the top of my list, closely followed by St. Brown and then Goff.
All right. Bistrilla.
I'm definitely going to have to go with Jared Goff. He's 72.4 completion rating, or completion percentage, and 111 point something rating. And he's got 4,629. I think that's good for like 3rd in the NFL. 37 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. He had 5 of those in one game, remember? Other than that, I mean, he's been playing really well. He's broken some NFL records along the way. He's just been what he has to be to get this team to 15-2 into the playoffs, into a first-round bye, and kings of the NFC North.
Amen. Will,
So you said give 3, right? Or 2 or whatever.
fine,
Okay.
fine. Do 3. I don't care. 1, 3, it doesn't matter. It's your
Goff,
offensive MVP.
like B said, he's putting up numbers. He's set some cool records this year. He went for 18 for 18 was so much fun to watch. Jameer Gibbs running, catching out the backfield. He was a monster this year. And then yes, you could go St. Brown or Laporta, but I went JMO. He broke out this year when every hater called him a bust and said, "Oh, why did you spend a draft pick? He was bad, blah blah blah." Well, guess what? He was suspended for half the year, 1 year, and he also was injury prone. So guess what? He had a big bounce back year, and he had I want to say just over 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. So those are my 3.
All right.
So you guys are saying Jared Goff, but without a good old line, I could say there is no Jared Goff. I'm gonna say my top one is Penei Sewell.
Okay.
Second would
I
be
like
Goff, and third would be Gibbs.
I like it.
Very cool.
Well, since
Nice.
everybody gave 3,
I was really hoping it wasn't getting there. That somebody was gonna miss Sewell because he was my number 1. But anyways, go ahead, B.
so since we're giving 3, oh, by the way, he's second. He was second in the league with yards. So Goff is number 2, right behind Burrow. Yeah, he's not getting chosen for any MVP, but that's fine because that's what the Super Bowl is for. Anyway, my other MVP
Amen.
would be Amon St. Brown because this dude has been steady every freaking season. Every freaking season. So, I mean, and he's what? He's an All-Pro. Did he make the All-Pro? Yeah, he did make the All-Pro.
Yeah.
And Pro Bowl. But sorry, JR. Hey, I got black on.
He's got the black hat on. He's all right.
Okay, thanks, shirt. Anyway, and then my other one, the most unsung hero, I think, going to the offensive line is Ziegler, because he has been putting up consistent PFF ratings. When everybody there's games that he had consistent PFF when Sewell was bad, didn't have one. So I mean, dude has been one of the second best free agents we had, that we've gotten this year. So yeah, I'm gonna take which is face on that one. So go ahead, JB.
Okay.
Jay.
All right. My first and second now have been taken. God damn it, B. It's that whole right side of the line. It's Sewell and Ziegler. And then what Goff did, basically, you know what he did? Was just give a better completion percentage as the last 2 seasons. So we expect him to be at that level now. It's an expectation. So I'm actually going to give it to Ja. Because Ja doing what he did and breaking Jamal Williams' record so we can stop seeing that on a 9-8 season. Fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my 3. Now on the defensive side, and I'm going to start at the back end here. We're going to start with Keegan and work our way back. Who do you got, Keegan?
I'm going to go with Kirby. Even though he missed a couple of games, I'm going to go Anzalone. And then I'm in between with Reader and Aleem.
Okay. Not bad. Will?
I'm going to go Captain Jack Campbell. I'm going to go Kirby Joseph. Give this guy some freaking Defensive Player of the Year votes. Yes, Trey Hendrickson's leading the league in sacks, but I hope Kirby gets a bunch of them. And then Keegan actually took one of mine. I'm like, please don't say it. Please don't say it. Aleem McNeil.
All right. B. Strilla.
So I got everybody's favorite Kirby. I'm also going to go with Jack as well, because he did an admirable job when AA was out. and he's just been learning the game steadily all this season, and he's been playing at a high level.
Mhm.
And my third one is Amik.
That's a good one.
I told you at the beginning of the season that was one of the best signings they did. That dude has been playing lights out. He's been like, he's the Ziegler of the defense. He really didn't get noticed until the end of the season when he took down JJ, but he's been playing that way the whole season. Whole season.
Quietly under the radar. I love it.
And that's what I love about Amik. You don't know he's there, but you know he's there. And that's a good thing. He shuts down a lot of coverage people don't see. I think that's why our defense has been so successful. He's been the most steady corner besides our defensive back besides Herbie. So
all right. Austin.
So I mean, you can't not have the league leading interception leader on the list. So Kirby Joseph is number one. Number two for me would be Alex Anzalone. And then number three, I'm actually going to go with Zadarius Smith because he stepped up pretty big when we lost Hutch in the Dallas game. So he's not getting the sacks that Hutchinson was getting, but we didn't really expect that. We just expect him to do what he has been doing since he's been in Detroit, and that's caused pressures on the QB. So those are my three, with an honorable mention to Hutchinson. He was leading the league in sacks before he went down. Only imagine what he would have done had he played the entire year.
And still
leads the team.
All right.
Touchdown Texas, sorry.
Nobody mentioned it, so I get to say it. Aaron fucking Glenn. That's my first one. Then it's Curb Stomping Captain Jack. And the only reason why I'm going to say that is because as soon as Alex Anzalone went out, Jack took over the play calling duties, and you really didn't see a let off except in red zone. But you expected that. So
J.I. is silly as hell, dude.
He is. And Brent DeWitt, yes, Amik the Freak is balling, but my three, first and foremost, it's Aaron Glenn. Because as all these injuries started to happen, you had Derek Barnes and Marcus Davenport in week 3. You had Aiden Hutchinson in week 6. It wasn't week 5, people. Week 5 was a bye week. He couldn't get hurt. Yes, because this is my show, and the F-bombs can fly here quicker than Halloween candy from an old
fuck it.
See, you proved it.
But the Legion of Whom? I've been calling it that since what? Before Thanksgiving?
Mm-hmm.
And it started with the Al Qadim Muhammad sack the 1 week. The next week it was Miles Adams. Then it was Pat O'Connor. Then it was Ezekiel Turner. We had 4 weeks in a row where our top-rated guy was somebody you never heard of. The Legion of Whom? And those card holders managed, they didn't do it consecutively. You know what I mean? Every week it was somebody different. And every now and then it double back to somebody. But it was a different person every week that stepped up into the top 5 in our BFF ranking every week.
Yep.
That Ezekiel Turner was out of nowhere. Because when we signed him, I had to look him up to find out who the fuck he was. First and foremost, I didn't even know he was a special teams player for the Cardinals.
I don't even know who he is still.
Hey, you know who?
All I know is he tackles good and he pass rushes good, but don't expect him to cover a fucking anything.
Yeah.
He couldn't catch COVID with a COVID catching kit.
Yeah.
God.
Can we get a GoFundMe for Will's shirt? Yeah,
It's a
we
Brooklyn Dodgers shirt. It's a
We're just gonna set aside a GoFundMe account for Will so we can get him a good internet and a good shirt.
I'm getting a JD shirt.
And J.I., just to let you know, Zelly, as of the 8th, will no longer add money to my accounts. They screwed me over, so Don't send money through Zelly. It'll just come back to you after a week.
Yeah, Zelle is not a good way to send money
no.
anymore because I've known people that go into Zelle, people on Zelle side or whatever. One of my boys got his money stolen out of Zelle, transferring it.
That's too bad.
So yeah, it
Yeah.
sucks.
I haven't had that happen, but I just wanted
Dang
to
it,
let
OSU. Why?
To add to AG, I think Levi has produced a lot from that too. I think he's had a fair season. He hasn't had a tremendously great season, but he hasn't had a tremendously bad season. But I think with all these injuries and how the AG has been doing the defense, I think Levi has had a pretty good season. I wouldn't call it MVP caliber, obviously, but he's benefited from that defense.
they will no longer transfer to PayPal and Cash App.
That's
That's why.
ridiculous.
Zelly dropped PayPal and Cash App. They'll only go directly to bank accounts. And I'm sorry, I refuse to put my money into something where people had to get money out of the Chinese bailout money.
Don't blame you.
Yeah, Zell was a good idea at first, but
It was great
Yeah.
at first.
Megan.
Nobody said that about the name.
I thought we were naming the baby Aiden Hutchison Jr.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Okay, just checking.
Keegan, do
Aiden
you
the Meek.
approve of
You're
your-
gonna do a whole bunch of lying stuff with that one.
Yeah.
Now, special teams player of the year, it can only be one, and I'm going to give you your three options. It's either Jack Fox, it's Jake Bates, or it's Khalif Raymond. Who you got? Austin.
I'm going with Jake Bates. The dude just has an unbelievable story. Coming from a brick cellar to playing soccer, never playing or taking a field goal in college, only does kickoffs, and to play in the UFL for the Michigan Panthers and then to get a chance with the Detroit Lions in the NFL. And he does nothing but connect on every kick. He missed one or two. But he's pretty reliable from 50 plus yards, and that's hard to find. So mine's Jake Bates with Khalif Raymond on his toes just a little bit.
Strilla.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the reason why I didn't go with Jack Bates immediately is because of his extra point ineptness. If dude learns how to kick an extra point, I'll be happy as fuck. But I mean, and not say he doesn't have a good season. He did have a good season. That dude's got a leg. But I'm going with Jack Fox. That dude has put the defense in so many good situations just by kicking, and the special team unit with it all is just great. So, Jack.
J.I. put in another one. I'm sorry. Jake Bates has a crazy good story and has played amazingly well. It is no joke clutch. The anti-Jordan Love.
He's not wrong.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Fox on that because the defense got helped out a lot by Fox.
And let's face it, Jake Bates only missed 2 field goals with Jack Fox holding the field goal. Will Vogel, who's yours?
I'm gonna go Jake Bates.
Out of those 3,
I'm
who's
gonna
your
go
number
Jake
1?
Bates. Love
Bates?
what he's done from 50 and beyond, and also like B said, I've got Fox number 2 because he knows how to pin guys within the 20.
Nice. All right.
I kind of agree with B. Jack Fox put our defense into some great. I can't think of the word now.
Field position.
Situations.
Yeah, some good situations, and also when Dan Campbell has gone for 2 and not have gotten it, the next drive is either Bates or Fox.
Right.
I just gotta go with Fox.
If it had happened more than just in the Jags game, I'd have had it Khalif Raymond 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact he only had that one great performance in the return game, it'd have been Khalif Raymond. And consistency-wise, when you called upon him, he did it every time he didn't miss. It's Jack Fox. Jack Fox is my MVP. It's a close runner-up with Jake Bates.
Doesn't Bates lead the team in scoring?
But Bates did break the franchise record in scoring, held by one Jason Hanson.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it in 16 games because he did it the game before we played Minnesota.
Shit.
I just wanted to make sure I threw that out there because, everybody likes to say, well, you got to break the record in 16 games. He did.
Yeah.
Yes, he made
He
that
did.
up.
Didn't say anything about no names.
Brent DeWitt disagreeing JB should not.
Now, you know damn well it's going to go through Megan when the names go. I don't understand. We're just joking. And Austin knows that too.
Yeah, I know. But Megan, you were okay with Aiden Hutchinson Jr., right? Just checking.
Why not? Same initials as me. AH.
Or Aiden Amik Hutchinson. Or Aiden Amik. You could blend everybody together.
Oh,
Amy?
God.
Oh. But man, we got a few games to talk about. I know we did it on. Well, were you here Wednesday, Austin, or no?
Yeah, it's here.
You were here.
Are we doing the plays of the year?
Why not? There we go.
Because
That's
I
a good
did
one.
that.
Will's got receipts.
Will did his
I
receipt.
wrote
He
it on
remembered.
everything.
He wrote them down. All right. Good job, Will, because you reminded me. I forgot what I put in there because it was a
Can I
day
go
ago.
first? No. Okay.
Sure. Go ahead.
I think
Well, your
my
internet's
play of the
good.
year for offense, because I know you said different positions, was the hook and ladder between St. Brown and J-Mo in the San Fran game where you see St. Brown's like about to fall and he's like, hey, you know what? Boop. Gives it to St. Brown and J-Mo's like, boom, I'm like 100 yards ahead of these fools.
You might as well just say the hook and ladder, literally, because it happened 3 different times where it was a touchdown this season in different directions.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
Yeah.
amazing every time it happened. Twice to J-Mo,
That's
once to Gibbs, wasn't it?
Yeah, mine was the hook and ladder between St. Brown and Williams. It was just beautiful.
All right. Aiden Kirby will be his kneecap.
Aiden Kirby.
His name
Hey, that's pretty good. Because
I like it.
Kneecap link, he'll be beating on people's kneecap.
All right. Who are your 3 there, B? Let's go to you since you're next to Will.
play
Well,
the year
personally,
offense.
one of my favorite ones. I got 3. Yeah, the first one I liked was the Monty to Laporta, because that pass was crisp.
Crispy.
Very,
Crispy.
very, very crispy.
Wasn't that against Minnesota too?
No,
That
that was
was.
against the Titans.
Damn it. I
No,
wanted it
yeah.
to be against Minnesota so bad.
Then the other play I liked was Amon St. Brown to Goff
Yes.
for a touchdown.
Mhm.
That was a
That
good one.
wasn't quite as crisp, but it still was pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure there was debate in the locker room on that one too.
Boy, you talk about a noodle. You talk about a noodle arm. That looked like that was Joe Dumars shooting the 3 ball, the big rainbow.
When B's done, can I give my other 2? I forgot it was
Yep.
3. My bad.
Okay, and what's your
Go
third
ahead,
one,
Will.
B?
Oh,
No,
we'll get his
go on
other
your
2.
3rd B.
Yep,
Okay.
you're almost done.
The other one was the wasn't it the touchdown skipper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it was in a loss to Buffalo. That was a Buffalo game, but that
That
was
was
a
a
nice
great
little
game.
play. I am glad an offensive lineman got a touchdown this year, because those offensive linemen, and especially Skipper, deserved that whole thing.
And before Will goes, I'm going to give the same line I gave last time, because you know what happens when you get a fat guy touchdown? You get a fat
That's right,
guy
you
dance.
fat guy dance. I still want him to do that samurai dance my man did in the replacements.
All right, what's your other 2 there, Will?
I agree. Skipper touchdown. I love when you see O linemen score touchdowns. It's fun because they're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm a wannabe tight end." And then the other one was when Kirby picked off Jordan Love in Lambeau. Just like Kirby, I swear, we all say that Lambeau is Ford Field North. Well, I'm pretty sure Kirby has a residence in the city of Green Bay because the amount of picks this guy has in Green Bay is just awesome.
You know what's funny is that you should say that 17 picks he's got now on his career. You know, 8 of them's been in Green Bay.
Dang.
That's so
Hey.
awesome.
In
That's
Green
so
Bay.
awesome.
Out of his 17?
Out of his 17, 8 has been in Green Bay.
Gosh.
I wonder where
dang.
the other majority is.
And only 3 of them are on Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, perfect.
All right. What's your take there, Keegan? What's your three plays of the year?
Well, damn it, B, but you took mine. I was gonna. No one expected us to pull out the really special, the golf.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Before we go any further, I saw Smoking Dad, and I saw Buddy Conquito, and I saw Corey Patterson. Back to back to back. I got to do it. The Lions Twitter wants to know, will the Lions be the last NFC North team in the playoffs on Tuesday morning? They might be. You don't know.
Yes. I think so.
And the Ravens got some bad news last night.
Yeah.
Dave Flowers is out for the entire playoff.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's the entire playoffs.
Yeah, it's the entire playoffs. That's a big hit.
Yeah.
I would have known that Wednesday.
I mean, is it though?
No.
Not for Baltimore, it's not.
He's their
They're
better
just not fun.
receiver. He's their better receiving option.
Yeah, but Baltimore don't
I
use
know.
their receivers anyway. So
your 3 plays, you said the Laporta touchdown, right? Or the golf?
No, he said the golf.
Okay,
Golf.
reception.
And then
golf,
the Will took my other one. The hook and ladder between Ra and JMO.
Yep.
And then my third, any deep shot JMO has caught.
Okay.
Nice. I like that.
Okay. Austin.
Okay. Good. No one took mine. The fake fumble against the Bears, number 1.
Ooh, good one.
That was a good one.
Number 2 would be the St. Brown to Goff touchdown against Seattle on Monday night.
Yep.
And then 3 for me on the offensive side.
No,
the
AI.
He just said the Stumblerooski was his number 1.
Yeah, remember they're behind a little bit, so
I know.
And then number 3 would be the Dan Skipper touchdown. I love offensive linemen getting touchdowns.
Yeah.
So my number 1 was the Stumblerooski. It won that right there. The Stumblerooski was an amazing play, and the fact that we're copying a play from a year before in a Packers game versus the Bears to play the Bears so that they could fall for the same fucking shit again, that's kind of comical.
The Bears still suck. The Bears still suck.
Number 2, it was the 82-yard bomb to Jameson Williams over the top, a fucking dime, 50 yards in the air to him.
Yep, that was gorgeous.
And last but not least, it was any of those hook and ladders that equaled a touchdown. I think it was a total of 3. The Stumblerooski! Yeah, the sidelines going, ball, 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 the whole 9 yards. It was great.
I want to add on to something though.
Okay.
Since we're saying favorite touchdown plays, how about favorite touchdown celebration? I love the about the ass Sally.
Yeah,
that was the best one to me.
That was it. The fumble stumble was the play of the year in the NFL.
It should be.
James Bridges, the golf can't throw the long ball, Jeremy. I know. That's why I specifically called out that play, because that made all those casual fans look stupid.
Yeah.
I think the best celebration was the FTP.
Oh, the human FTP. Yes.
Yeah,
Jim Patterson in the headstand from Amon Ra. Okay.
Dude, that's
that was
just talent.
that was pretty good too.
How
It
you
was
do a
pretty good.
headstand is insane.
Oh,
Good
where's
idea,
the
Jay.
picture? I think I got that somewhere. Let me see.
Yeah, you did. You be using
did.
it all the time. What the hell are you talking
Yeah.
about?
I think I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there. That
Yeah.
one. Yes.
Patrick in the back. Yeah.
The human FTP.
You with the pack on the back.
See the belt to ass to FTP. What's another one that they had that was really good?
I like
The
the Raymond.
AI step over.
Yes, that
The
was
AI
perfect.
step over. That was fucking great. I don't care what you say. That was fucking great.
You know what I just saw Texas do as a celebration?
Keegan,
Yes.
you got requests. You got to have your own dance show. You've been using it all the time. I know. I just wanted to be silly. I think I got that.
AJB. Oh, I saw Texas just do the Globo Gym from Dodgeball.
Vikings did
They
it first, to be honest.
Yeah, they
yeah.
did that. Yeah, I know. The Cobra one. Yep.
Oh.
I'm gonna go with my best special teams play that I saw this year, and it wasn't a touchdown. Where's the Cobb Eater picture? It's coming, buddy, Conquito. But the best special teams play for me, number one, was Sion Vaki. Not only taking out the blocker, but tackling the returner in the same play. To be that strong as somebody that they questioned his strength coming out of college, and he went through two people.
Yeah.
I think the next one has to be the Khalif Raymond return touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care what anybody says. I don't care that it was a miss. It was that 65-yard attempt outside in San Francisco, in the Chicago, where he missed it by this much at the top of the goalpost.
I think
Just
he's
to be able
gonna
to
hit
make.
65. He should.
Oh, Ken, thanks for stopping in. We appreciate you, Ken, the Bear fan. And don't forget, if you're watching on X, whether it's Rob's or Ken's, I know I've tagged the Lions and one pride in it. Make sure you hit the like button because it helps them with their algorithm, and I appreciate them getting me in. I still say we drafted Baki because Fit chipped in on wanting it. It's the same reason why we actually drafted Jamison Williams. Go back and watch Inside the Den. It was Dave Phipp that turned Brad Holmes onto Jamison Williams because he was like, watch this guy return kicks. He's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And Brad Holmes saw that speed and then watched the way he ran slant routes and turned them into 70-yard touchdowns. Yeah, we can use that.
Yep.
But that's my three special teams plays of the years. Those three.
Yeah, I agree.
Anybody disagree with those three?
No.
No. No.
It
Those are all.
is crazy that I'm saying a miss was the play of the year. A miss.
No, I would have to say if it's a special teams play of the year is the one where Bates kicked it in Houston, the game winner, and it took the paint off the goalpost when it went in. That was the kick of the year. That was definitely under pressure. Under pressure.
Okay, I'll give you that. That was good. It was good. But you know what's crazy is that the one to tie it scraped on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I think the kicking ball had yellow paint on it.
Yeah.
They gave it to him.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I haven't heard.
I was gonna do another giveaway at 500. I mean, 750. I'm doing it every 250. I did it at 500. I'm gonna do it at 750, and I'll do it again at 1,000 because giving it away every 50 or 60, that's just too much.
Yeah,
Hey,
I haven't done the giveaway on my channel in years, and I think once I hit 1K, I'm going to do a pretty big one.
You're still dreaming,
you should go out
J.I.
there and go out there and recruit J.I. Get some people to subscribe.
There you go.
Get you to your 750, and then you might be the one that gets it. You never know.
Yeah, how crazy is that? We're at 560, boys. I meant to say that when we got into the show.
Hell yeah!
Awesome.
All right.
Considering we were 547 to start the week, that's a 13-person growth. I think some of those people that watched me in the preseason and predicted what we do this year. Because I was one of the few that said I could see 15 or 16 wins. I don't count on it, but I could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember getting laughed at in the chat, especially by like John Dorn and all those clowns.
Well, they exceeded my expectations. I had them at 14-3, and the 3 teams that I had them losing to, they all won to. It's 2 teams that I didn't have them losing to. That's the thing. But they exceeded my expectations. 15-2, shit.
Yeah, James. JB brought that up for sure. It is pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Yeah.
at 750. Lions all the way. That's right, Hatters.
There you go.
Hey, how's things out there in California, brother? Are you safe? Are you away from the fires? That's all I want to know.
Yep.
John Dorn, he always predicts 50-3 scores. Oh, we got somebody popping in. Who do we got here?
I'm gonna laugh if it's a Bear or a Packer fan.
No,
Could
it's
be.
F.
What?
TP Fred.
Oh, fucking
Yes!
17-0.
Fred,
What's going on, guys? We gotta stop.
my
Fred real
guy
quick.
Fred. My guy.
Okay,
Fred. Oh
so
wait,
now-
he's wearing Packers colors.
Nah, he's just wearing a green shirt. Stop it.
He's wearing a green shirt. Hey, it says Browning. It says Browning.
Brown.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. I like Browning. Browning makes
What's
good
up, Fred?
What's going
I
on,
want to
guys?
hear his players of the year.
Yeah, who was your 3 offensive MVPs for the game, for the team?
Offensive. All right. You gotta go Goff, no matter what. I mean, the guy's up for damn near MVP. He's up there in the talks. Man, I can't actually point out 3. I'm gonna give a couple points here. So St. Brown's had a hell of a year. JMO, one hell of a season, much improved, far better. I mean, the bus talks are gone. Those bus
That's
talks.
what
are
I
bullshit.
said. Exactly.
They're gone. And of course, you can't cut out Penne. Still top D line. They're top O line.
I'm not going to knock any of your selections. We've all of us have had one or the other or all of them. So
Yep.
there
Yeah.
we
Sorry,
go.
I got to add one more. Gibbs, man.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
You just named everybody. Now you would
Yeah.
name everybody
That-
that we all named. Now,
That game against the Vikings was unreal. I mean, being there, it was so loud. It's incredible. It was unreal, man. And just watching Gibbs with every play. Good God, that guy's an animal.
Yeah, he is.
so now your 3 defensive MVPs. Who do you got?
You know what? Aleem stepped up a lot this year. I'm really happy with Aleem's production. Man, Campbell
Yep.
has really stepped up as well. I really like him and the play that he's at. Of course, I love Branch. I love Branch ever since I watched him come on the draft. The last guy to actually stay there in Detroit. I love him just for that, but I mean, he's had a phenomenal year. I mean, our defense and man, nothing. Even today, Legion of whom? Man, these guys are 10 times better than we ever had in the last, since Sue?
We got a new one
Steven
in the chat.
Tolek? I mean,
The
this
Lions
defense is
Phantom.
loaded.
I like that name.
Yeah, that's a good
I
name.
like that name.
Lions.
But you got to throw Mr. Curb Stomp Joseph in there,
Yeah.
leading the league in interceptions.
Yep.
But
Most definitely.
For me, it was the head of the guys. It was Aaron Glenn and what he did with all of these guys during the injuries even before Zadarius Smith came back. We were still winning games.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm happy we got Smith. I mean, realistically, I could not have asked for a better defensive player to pick up.
Davenport.
Yeah. Look, and I don't see
No,
Davenport sticking around next year.
Davenport, I got him as the MVI, the most valuable injury.
Yeah.
Because it was the first.
Yeah, I don't see Davenport
Davenport's
playing
not
next
on
year.
the
The price
roster
of him.
next year, Lions Fanimal.
Nope.
I do not suspect we end up picking him up.
I think
I
we're just
cannot
gonna
believe
let
I'm
him
drawing a
get
blank on his
into
name.
The guy we
What
traded for.
position?
The other defensive tackle, Aleem, and then
Zadarius?
Reader?
DJ Reader.
Reader. Yes, Reader. That was one hell of a free agent. I could not believe I was drawing a blank on his name, but Reader. Man, that defensive line next year, though, Smith,
Uh,
Reader, Aleem, Hutch,
Oh,
dude, we have a top defense next year. And then who are we gonna get? I mean, it's only gonna get better from here, guys. Only gonna get better from here.
Who was our
we
least
talked.
valuable player?
Vildor.
I think,
What's
yeah,
that?
Kendall Vildor, Gavin
Who's our
Pook,
least valuable player?
Gavin
Now,
Pook,
this is-
Vildor, and
This is not even a slight. I really like the guy. I really like him. Least valuable player, Jack Fox. Like I said earlier, we had 3 punts.
wow.
How many punts have we had? It's nothing against him. He's a great,
Wow.
phenomenal punter.
You want to know
Phenomenal
what's funny?
punter. But I have
He's
to agree with
punted
you,
way
Bill
more
Barr.
than you think.
I know.
Yeah.
Just talking shit. He's had what? Less punts than most quarterbacks had interceptions?
What's weird is we still got Pascal. I believe we still have another. Who's the other defensive end we have next year? Because we signed him to. Oh, Ukwe. Isaac Ukwe. I mean.
Yeah, Ukwu.
Oku.
And
We still got him.
Enrique's due for a contract, correct?
He might. I think he earned his contract extension.
I think so.
But I am going to agree with Hatter's house. I think it's Mosley. Mosley and Davenport.
Yeah.
Those
Now, I was
two.
actually, I was
yeah.
one of the guys last year that was really hoping to get Mosley back, give another opportunity. He's going to be cheap. I was one of the guys in this podcast that was actually saying that in the chat. I was really hoping we would see more from him, and I'm kind of bummed we haven't.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
You and me
it-
both, Red.
You know, for that guy that punted so little, he is an All-Pro, first team, no less.
Yeah, 100%. I love
JB,
Jack
how
Fox,
about
man.
he
Mr.
punted,
Phenomenal.
he punted a little bit more than you think.
How
Yeah,
about Mr. Brown Pants himself? Even
He's
though
not on
he
the
plays
team
for
anymore.
another team
Oh
now.
yeah, that's third place. That's the last one for least valuable player. James, I crap my pants, Houston.
The one who made the Browns. He went to the Browns and had a Brown.
We got a code Brown. Let's make him a Brown.
now I got to ask, because I didn't look it up. What is Fox's punting numbers compared to the guy from the Bears? I mean, Caleb said, hey, that guy ain't going to have to punt a whole lot.
That
So
that
keep
guy
passing the
punted a
bench and-
lot, but his net average was under 47 yards.
Okay.
But Jack Fox, his average was
Um,
51.6, I think it was.
51. Even. He had 45 punts, Fred. 45 punts, buddy.
Yeah, so he had a
Jeez.
little bit more than what you thought.
Yeah, a few more.
And
Yeah.
22 of those 45 went into 20.
Hey,
Yeah,
JB.
Yeah.
I picked this up at the game. I was going to cut a section of it because I don't need the whole thing. See if I can turn my camera around here. Maybe I'll just skin it around. Well, maybe you want a cut of it. I don't know how well of a picture I can get of it. Shoot.
What is it?
Oh, is that like?
Anyways, this is the streamers that they drop from the ceiling.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
You
cool.
want a piece of it?
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
All right, send
Yeah.
me your address. I'll take cutting of it, send it to you.
Okay.
I'm
I'll send it.
sending JB some Lions cards soon, so he can open those.
Hey Fred, what's your top offensive scoring touchdowns?
Top scoring touchdowns.
Your top
I mean, I
three.
really look top three. Ooh. I really like that trick play that we had with Goff. He scored the touchdown, the throw to Goff.
Yep.
I also like that. I guess if you want to call it hook and ladder to St. Brown to JMO.
Yep. San
Um,
Fran.
yeah, San Fran game. And then, man, there's so many. FTP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
St. Brown
FTP
FTP.
Fred
Oh.
likes FTP.
There we go.
There we go.
There you go.
Okay, so let's go and look at this. The last time Minnesota lost to us, who did they play?
The
Very
Rams.
next week. What happened
The
when they
Rams.
went to LA and played?
They lost.
They lost.
Does anybody really think that the Honolulu Blue Blue is still sticking around? Because we haven't seen it since the Green Bay lost.
Oh yeah, they're.
I firmly believe in this.
Okay.
I firmly believe it. I brought this up Monday. I firmly believe this.
Okay.
Why? Because fuck the Vikings.
Okay, good reason. And besides, they say skull, and you know what skull is, right?
Oh, I know exactly what it means.
It's like saying score, but with a cock in your mouth.
Damn.
I showed so many Lions fans that at the game, they just could not stop laughing. Like, hey, send it to me, send it to me.
I couldn't believe it when you said it to me. I was like, shit, I'm putting that in the show today.
So
Oh,
Sam
Fred,
yeah,
Darnold
you
has
were-
blue COVID.
blue COVID, yeah.
No, but
So,
I will
Fred,
tell you
you're-
one thing. One of the Vikings podcasters, and not in the Huddle Sports Network, because I watch everybody just to get a good even feel on the way people are feeling. He goes, "This is not good." He goes, "He was only hit 6 times. He was only sacked 2 times, and Sam Darnold out there is looking like he did with the Jets when he saw ghosts, throwing shit 3 to 10 yards over people's heads, not throwing interceptions. Thank God, he wasn't that bad." But he was missing people that was wide open.
Oh my goodness, that throw to freaking Jefferson was right in front of me, right in front of us. I was like, oh no.
And it was closer than you wanted it to be, wasn't it?
Oh my goodness, it was just over the top of his hands.
Talking about
Like
the
Fred,
if
one.
he
you
could
have
have jumped
season-
another 2 inches, he'd have had that touchdown.
Fred,
And,
do you
and,
have
and let me
seasons?
put something out there though, to be truthful about the situation with Sam Darnold. Everybody's saying, "Oh, he went back to his Jets thing." He didn't go back there. The Detroit Lions forced him into that situation.
I agree.
I'm
100%.
getting tired. I'm getting
Oh, I
tired
know.
of people saying it was Sam Darnoldson that made. No, it was the Detroit defense that made him do that. So
Mhm.
let's get off of that.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
still a good quarterback. He's played some of his best football this year with the Vikings.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not taking that away from him at all.
No, I'm just.
I agree.
They're just saying for that one game, they made him look like that. Is what they're saying. And so they're giving credit to us for doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Well, it depends on who the source you're talking to, because Viking fans, and they get mad as hell. They say, "Oh, he's just turning into the Jets version," or anybody else.
No. They
Incumbents.
said they pressured him so much they scared him into that version. Is what they said on that podcast.
Because you
Yeah,
got to
but
remember,
like-
you got to remember something too, that the first game that he played against us, he was pretty good too. He was pretty damn good.
100%.
Yes.
He still only had
Now-
one touchdown pass versus us.
Mhm.
No,
They had a
but
touchdown
still crying
pass.
about penalties though too. So
They scored.
yeah.
I do want to say one thing though. As bad as the Bears are, Caleb Williams was scary versus our defense. You
Yeah.
say what you want, as bad as they were, with as bad as that O-line was.
Low battery.
Him,
Please charge.
and frickin' Josh Allen were the only quarterbacks to throw more than 2 touchdowns versus the Lions defense all season. That's it.
Mhm.
Caleb Williams twice, no less. He had 2 touchdowns in both games. Now, granted, both times it was thrown to Keenan Allen because let's face it, Roma Dunze was the wrong pick.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's
DJ
still to
Moore,
be seen.
DJ Moore is not a top 10 wide receiver. I don't care what the fuck anybody
Sorry.
says.
Sorry for clapping.
That's probably true.
OSU just threw a pick.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think you got to give him Duze
Or-
at least 3 years. So
I'm
I'm
not
not
saying
even
he's a
the
bust.
rookie.
I'm just saying it was not the right pick for where they're at. That's what I'm getting at. At 9,
Yeah.
taking a wide receiver when they needed desperate need of a better O-line, it was a luxury pick they couldn't afford. That's what I'm
they
getting
could, they shouldn't have picked Caleb Williams either. I think he should be on a different team. I think Justin Fields was just fine. They just need to fix that offensive line. Once they get the offensive line fixed, Chicago's going to be woo.
And I hope
Hey,
not,
buddy,
but
Tito, you're right. If they play us again, they will dink and dunk us because we're not as bad at the deep ball as they expected us to be. That's what messed them up. We were
Mhm.
better at the D ball on defense than they expected us to be. And when they moved, they were moving the ball when they were using the screen passes and the short route. As soon as they went to 3rd and long or 2nd and long and tried to hit us deep over the top, it didn't happen. That's what I saw. I don't know if that's what you guys saw.
Well, let me tell you this right here. I watched both of the games again, both Minnesota games. It isn't about how you stopped him because only AG had the recipe to stop them. To say that you're giving that recipe to the Rams, but the Rams beat them. So obviously they did something on defense to beat them too, and they beat them by 10 points.
Mhm.
So they kicked their ass.
Right.
The Lions did it at the second game because they used a different defense. And I don't think they were prepared for that defense. The first time, they did catch a lot of long balls on Detroit the first
Right.
game.
I'm talking
Jefferson
about.
had a touchdown on a long pass.
Yep. And wasn't it the other one was Johnny Munt, the tight end? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So it's just it was just the brilliance of AG's defense that he just used a different defense against that offense to, with the players that he had. And, did they think?
Fail.
I think that
Well.
the Vikings offense also struggled
Yes.
too once Aaron Jones went out.
Well,
It seems like once he left the game, they could not get a running game going after that.
Yes, sir.
we're gonna have to put a GoFundMe in to get you a better router because your router acts like you stole it from a Wi-Fi at McDonald's.
No, I had to jump out for a minute. I got a message from someone. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Go ahead, take care of what you got to do.
No,
Because
I'm good.
Oh, you're
I
good
fixed
now.
it.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you.
I had to switch. My headphones were getting low.
Oh, so that
Was
was
that
yours.
you were the
Oh,
one with the
was that
battery?
The woman's voice?
Yeah.
I was like, who?
And that bad boy went dead.
Ooh.
Oh, so there was two batteries going on at the same time. How about
Low
that?
battery. Low battery. Low battery. Yeah, that was mine.
Do, 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 do. I can't do the same music.
That's okay, Davey. You need it. I got the same soundboard you do, so I got the same.
Ooh, we could
I
do
do
the
too.
double the Caleb Williams corn cup thing.
They lost Robinson, I believe is named their third wide receiver. Got in trouble with the DUI, so he will be out the playoffs for the Rams. But I don't think that's as big of a deal because they still have Cup and they still have Puka.
Isn't Addison coming up with his stuff too?
No, that's done.
That
That's
is
been done.
okay.
That's
It
why
wasn't
he had
just missed.
it was dismissed.
Yeah. Well, last I heard of it was that they might come up with something in the off season.
It won't affect the playoffs. That's the off season.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The state appealed it, so the next court date is in the off season, but it was dismissed originally.
Oh, okay.
But I think the Rams defense is just better equipped, and they're healthy right now. They don't have a lot of guys out. I understand that the Rams were healthy, but we just put 31 up on that defense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't trust them, but that's us versus Flores. But guess what? The Rams is the other team to put up over 30 points on that defense.
Yep. And Flores is looking for their teams are looking at stealing him too, aren't they?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
but
right.
yeah, the difference is Vikings said no, you're not going anywhere, you're not interviewing. They didn't allow it to happen. You know what I'm saying? They're saying
Yeah,
you
okay.
get 2 years in the actual off season. We're
Yep,
focused
okay.
on getting there. Whereas we're that close knit of a group that Dan Campbell said, I know they can't sign you until we're out of the playoff. You guys go do what you got to do. Take the week off. We don't have
Mhm.
anybody to prepare for this week. I don't need all of that. All we got to do is a basic walkthrough and then doing the 20 game set plays that we always do to start the game because they do. If you look, we run the same exact fucking plays in order every game, the first 20 plays. They're
Mhm.
usually out of 3 formations, about 5 motion plays in there. And the motion plays, if you're paying attention and where the wide receiver stops in the motion play when he's going across, you'll know if it's a run or pass. If he makes it all the way across the field, it's a pass. If he makes it right about where the tight end is, no matter which direction, the ball is being ran in the opposite direction. It's a misdirection play to force everybody to flow that way, and then they go the other way. And Arasimi says, luckily you guys got the number 1 seed, so you get the extra week in the playoffs. That was a good accomplishment. Well,
That was a goal.
it was the goal from the get-go, and that is
Yep.
why we didn't rest players versus San Francisco. Everybody was up in arms. Oh my God, you didn't need to win this game because you could have just rested players and then beat Minnesota. He goes, no, I don't rest or rust. He goes, all these teams that have the number 1 seed and rest players, when they come out of the bye week, they play like shit. I'm not doing that to my team.
Now I
Amen.
understand
I
that
think-
we would have won the game, we'd still be ahead by half a game. But like you said right there, we do not rest players. We do not come out soft. We do not want that. And that's what it comes down to. That's not MCDC's way.
Right.
Right.
And-
To your point there, JB, about the 15 call plays. Now, you could say that they you know where they run and when they pass, but you know they pass out of those same formations that you say they run from after those 15 plays. So that's what confuses a lot of defenses,
Right.
because they use a lot of motion and they use a lot of they can use the same play, they can use the same formations, but they use different people to go in motion.
Right. I mean, they still
So-
use the different people in motion. They put different people into the same positions within that
Mhm.
play. The one time we had 4 offensive linemen lined up out there.
Yeah,
We
and
only
that
had
one play.
one
That
running
one play
back.
that Skipper did, that was a motion play too. He came from one side to the other side and got the touch because nobody covered him.
Right. There's nobody expected wide
Nobody
receiver to
covered.
be. I mean, by the time they realized he had the ball, he was 5 yards behind people.
He was
Hey,
trucking.
JB,
I never seen Skipper run that fast.
He looked like he was running his. He
Yeah.
looked like he was running as fast as Brock Wright. I bet he needed oxygen on that 10-yard run.
and we were down there on the sidelines by him, man, when they're doing the warm-ups. Skipper is one big fucking dude.
Yeah.
He's a monster.
What is he? 6'8" and 370, I think he is. Something
I
like
have
that.
no idea. He's a
Yeah,
huge.
yeah.
Big dude. Yeah.
He's a big dude. I mean,
You know, it'd be,
the second biggest guy on the team is Manu.
Yep.
you know, it'd be a funny play if Ben Johnson drew up a O lineman to O lineman touchdown.
Don't
That
be
would
shocked.
be
Don't be
yeah.
shocked. I bet you that's in the fucking cards because
I
think
bet
about
he's
it.
like,
Panay was
Panay
getting
can
ready
throw
to
the
throw
ball.
to fucking Skipper. Look on
Panay
that
can
play.
throw.
Skipper was downfield in a tight end formation, and he was looking, and he wasn't open.
Mhm.
James Burgess, nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
that's great.
No, wait a minute. Wasn't that the Emancipation of Puerto Rico, the play from the Little Giants, right?
Yes.
Woo.
They,
He's
I
not.
thought that-
He ain't 6'8". He's 6'9" and
6'9".
330
Oh,
pounds. That's a massive dude.
I work with a guy who's 6'7", and I'm like, "Hey Joe," and he's like, "What's up?" And I'm like to myself, "You're tall as hell."
He goes, Will, you are a sick and twisted genius. That's from James Burgess.
Indeed, I am.
Weird.
Indeed.
Yeah, you missed it.
Sam.
I played the music and he stripped for us. You missed it, J.I. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, and sorry for Orlando for not seeing this.
Yeah, we
show either.
didn't play the porn music for that.
That's the soundboard that died. But
Sorry. I said I
Just
got a 15-minute 40. I got a 15-minute 40, but I ain't got the gut for the truffle shuffle.
but Kitty
I
Ken
don't
does. He
either,
did
bro.
it twice this year.
I'm not 5'6". I'm 6 foot.
Yeah, he's the same height as me.
Yep, I'm right there too. 5'11 and a half.
I'm right there too. Yeah.
I'm not that short.
He goes,
Really?
okay, I missed the Fred tease. Oh, look at that. He's showing the movies.
Hey, Kitty Ken, can you come on the show to talk about the Packers?
Hey, who's got it? Who's got it?
That sounds like Austin. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
That
God.
sounded a
all
little
right.
bit
Austin's
different.
got it. Hey,
Hey,
look,
and that
and he
sounds
makes
more
an
like
appearance. It's Kitty Ken.
Dude, JB, can we start calling, what's it called? Mike, Coach Day, like I said. Coach Day, what do you have to think about that?
Yeah. He's Coach Dave from now on.
He looks so much like
See.
Ryan Day. It's terrible.
It looks
Yeah,
like
I
it's
am.
still
You're close. I'm 6'4".
and it's still
Let's
You're
stay
6'4",
on.
Austin?
Texas.
I'm
Can-
6'4".
Are we allowed to stay
Damn.
on, JB?
Now, there's
Is
a
that
big
too
guy.
much
Oh,
for us?
dude.
There's our O-line coach.
Right there. Yep.
Hi, Ross.
I thought I was the
That is-
coordinator.
that is
Offensive
something-
coordinator.
that is something I want to address here, though. Hank Fraley did take the OC interview with the Seattle Seahawks. Guess who they're interviewing for their assistant OC and passing game coordinator?
Ben Johnson.
No.
No.
Pete Carroll.
Thomas,
Motion.
Thomas Brown. Thomas
Oh
Brown.
no. Hmm.
So
Interesting.
think about that. If they get both of them, what's their biggest reason why they didn't go further? O-line play, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the running game disintegrated for them at times because of poor O-line play, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Geno Smith is still kind of up and
He's
down.
mid. He's mid.
Yeah.
But if you put him behind a good O-line that's protecting like Detroit's did and improve the running game, like his first year there when K9 and who was the other one? Rashad Penny was running, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
When they were running together, that was an impressive rushing game, and that was because Pete Carroll still had that same O-line coach. When that O-line coach left because he became an offensive coordinator somewhere, and then Dave Canales went to be the quarterback coach at Tampa Bay.
Oh yeah, he went to Tampa first.
Statistically, he did better.
I'm talking
As
as
far
a
as
team, they fell apart.
Yeah, they suck.
The Lions ever run a play where Laporta lines up to the left and then motions to the right, Goff hands the ball to Monty or Gibbs, and then you both have Laporta and Sewell blocking. And we see that a lot. That happens a lot of the time.
Yep.
I don't know if that was a question or if that was a statement, buddy.
JB, is this may
Because
be a
that happens
dumb
every
question.
play, just about on a running
Yeah, I would
play.
say
If
it
they
happens
run to the outside.
At least every 6 running plays. Every
Mhm.
6. Every 6.
Hey JB, what if Hutch catches a touchdown next year? That'd be fun.
I personally, next year I'm good with it, but I personally don't want to ever see Hutch on offense.
No.
No.
He can get a touchdown though.
Unless it's
Pick six, like
or a
he did
fumble
last-
recovery.
Wait, didn't he get a pick 6 his rookie year? Who was that?
Yeah.
Again? Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Justin
Wasn't it on the-
fucking Fields.
Yeah, I was on field.
Yeah.
He got one against Bryce Young too.
Yeah. So he
Yep.
thought he had one.
Yeah, the one he
Carolina.
stabbed. He stabbed
Mhm.
caught.
That
Yep.
was real athletic.
Sorry, well,
I don't
Yeah.
mind.
Postseason question for you there, JB. With Zietler leaving, you think that Glasgow will go back over to right, and then Manu or
Mahogany.
Mahogany ends up over at
Yeah,
left?
I 100% think that's what's going to happen.
I think that's what's going to happen.
Because we already re-signed Glasgow. Zietler did the 1-year thing, and I think it's just to get a Super Bowl, so he has his 3rd one under his belt.
but Fred, the question is though, we win the Super Bowl. What's going to happen with Rags? There's a chance he possibly retires?
Oh, he's going to retire. I guarantee
Yeah.
he's going to retire if he wins the
I-
Super Bowl.
I don't know if he does because of how he acted when he came back this year. You know, at the end of last year, I think that NFC Championship game kind of wore on him like it does a lot of those guys. But when he came back, he goes, you know what? I love playing with these guys. I'm going to be here. I'm
How
going to be
old
here
is
till
he?
the end. He's not even 30 yet.
No.
Wow.
He was just drafted in, what was it, 2019?
Was it
20
that?
or 18? Something like
I think
that.
it's
Let me
Yeah,
look.
right now it's 28. Yeah,
It's one of the few things Patricia did right.
2018.
Yeah, that was like
2019. I was right. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Quinn.
Yeah, and he did. He came back and he says, Rag said, I will play out my deal. So he's not going to re-up again. He's going to play till the 2026-27 year and be
Yeah.
done. That's what he's
But
going to do.
No doubt about it, Keegan. Though I do believe that we will start looking at centers in the draft here real soon,
I'm just
There's a
saying
handful of
as
good
well
ones.
as a replacement for Decker, because Decker's right there as well.
we might have a replacement for Decker though. We just need to see more from Manu.
Yeah.
JB, do you ever think who's that guy from Betts will ever come back down from Canada to explore the NFL again?
I don't think he will. I think he did it as a one-time shot, and when he had better stats than the guy we kept, I think it left a sour taste in his mouth. He went right back to British Columbia and was in the championship game again this year for the CFL. So say what you want. I think he's going to stay right there with the British Columbian Lions. He'll still be a Lion, just not in the United States.
Yeah.
And I'm sad about it because I said right away, I was like, man, them keeping Houston and letting Betts go is a huge mistake. I called it, and
I
the
was
first
there.
4 games, that Houston came in, I'm sorry, he was dog shit.
Yes.
Corey, I don't think the next OC, if Johnson leaves, we're gonna keep it in house.
I think it's Tanner Engstrom.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it in house, and there is a chance that we take a step back. But if we keep it in house, we're probably still gonna run the same thing.
In all honesty, I'm still not even. I don't think Johnson's leaving again this year. I don't see it. I just don't.
No.
I see Glenn leaving over him.
You know, it ought. I'm telling you right now, it all depends on the Super Bowl. If we win the Super Bowl, which we will, Ben Johnson's gone. AG is gone because this was the finality of what they wanted to do as offensive and defensive coordinators in general wanted to do that. They wanted to get to that point. Dan Campbell is here to build this franchise so it's respectable again. He's not here just to win Super Bowls. He's winning to make this franchise respectable. You know he's going to stay. But Ben Johnson and AG, you know, they've had a sight to set. AG said, I'm not going to stop doing this job until my job is done, which is the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And that's what he wants to do. So if they win the Super Bowl, he's definitely gone.
The only reason why I think Ben Johnson comes back and doesn't take a head coaching job this year was a key thing he said last week. He says, right now I have it good here. And yes, my long-term, he specifically said these words, my long-term goal is to be a head coach. But right now I'm having fun being where I'm at and doing what I'm doing. That was his exact words. So unless this deal is perfect for him and it's the situation he wants to be in, I don't think he takes a head coaching job this year. Eric Glenn, on the other hand, if we win the Super Bowl, and let's say, I think whether we win a Super Bowl or not, if Chris Spielman's hired as the GM as New York Jets, he's going to be the New York Jets head coach.
100%.
If not, he will be the Saints head coach.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think in my heart.
I believe it too. For anybody thinking that Johnson's going to Chicago, I really don't see it. I do not see Johnson working well with Poles at all.
Yeah.
People need to stop with that. He's not going to Chicago. There ain't no fucking way he's going to Chicago.
There's no way.
James Burgess, I could see that too, but the only way he's going to that team is in the position he's at, and I don't think he'd take that position. I don't think he'd take a lateral move in the division.
No.
And also, Jay, I just brought up a good point about bringing Bridgewater back. Offensive coordinator.
I think we brought Bridgewater back because I think specifically Mark Brunell is going to get poached this offseason for OC.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just got that feeling that's it. What's going to happen? And then Teddy Bridgewater is going to step right in and become our new QB coach with JT Barrett.
Yeah. Jay, I don't know if that's going to be a fight. It's going to be one punch and both of them knockout.
I'd take Pastrilla in that fight. Pastrilla just comes out of nowhere and be like, yeah, sorry, guys.
Heck, Lawson's 6'4". He could easily take him.
Oh.
I don't know.
I'm 6 foot and 220, and guess what? I don't even want to ref that fight because an Aaron Flo might knock me the fuck out.
Big dude. But Aaron swing in your direction, you know. What I was gonna say though, I could see Johnson staying
and then next year the likes of Cincy, Buffalo could Cincy or Buffalo could open up like a dream job could open up for him next year.
That is possible.
Well, that's
Really
right,
would be
Dave.
carried up both weekends. My
I can
knees
see
hurt
Taylor
thinking
Touchdown,
about it.
Texas.
Longhorns.
Touchdown, Longhorns.
Now, check this out.
All right.
So what happens if Philadelphia loses in the first round of Green Bay? A lot of people say that Sirianni might get fired. That would be a place for Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson would be an instant candidate in that situation.
Yes.
Well, he might have the excuse because of Saquon to keep his job.
Nah.
So-
Well, I mean, I don't feel that he's going to get fired if they
Royal
lose.
Ace, thank you for coming in. He says, "Go Lions." So
But
here's
that's
what I got
possible.
to say. I don't care which one of those three teams out of those 5, 6, and 7 seeds that the Lions have to play next week. I don't even care if it's the Rams because all the upper seeds win. The Lions aren't losing at home next week.
No.
No.
I do like the matchup versus Washington probably the most, but honestly, I
And
don't
I'm
care.
just the opposite.
I don't care.
That's the matchup I like the least. You know why? We've never seen them, and we don't. That's a wild card.
I mean, they're all wild cards. That are
The Tomlin thing is kind of set aside because Art Rooney loves Mike Tomlin. He goes, win or lose this year with what he's done so far because they didn't have a true QB to start.
Be right back, JB.
I would say, especially what he did. People are saying KOC did a great job with Darnold. Look at Mike Tomlin with Russ.
I'm tired of hearing KOC did a good job with Darnold. You know what did a good job with Darnold? It's exactly what I said this season. They had a great roster, and he went into the best situation they ever had. He didn't have to coach him to be a better quarterback. He just went out there and played football.
I'm just saying people were saying
I know
that.
what
That's
people
I'm
are
trying to-
saying, but they're fucking stupid.
And if anybody did a good job with Darnold, it's actually Shanahan over in San Fran.
Yes, and it will be nice having Knuckles back. But Art Rooney basically said, I don't care if we win or lose in the playoffs. Tomlin's going nowhere. I just signed him to a 3-year extension. That's one thing that the Steelers don't do. If they sign somebody to an extension, they keep them the length of that extension. They don't pay people for not being there. Their name is not the New Orleans Saints or the Denver Broncos.
You know what? I would love the Lions to play Washington. I would. I think it would be a good game. I think Detroit's going to beat them, but I think it would be a good game. I like Washington a lot. I like the Commanders, what they're doing. They're trying to be like the Lions. They're actually the one organization that is trying to align with what the Lions are doing.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, they're trying to steal half our fucking front office.
Corey,
Yeah.
Corey, I love it. He goes, exactly. They keep talking this QB whisperer shit. He wasn't whispering to his ass Sunday night.
But they were whispering to his ass because that's the only thing that was up in the air when he was face down in the dirt.
I swear I heard that song every time he got hit. Face down, ass up.
Damn.
That's where the song ended, though. That's where it ended.
And yeah, I left it at that.
Yeah.
All I heard was that line.
I think
Literally.
Washington. You know why? The reason why Washington don't scare me, Jay, because they, like I said, there's not a lot of teams that face the Lions, and when they face the Lions, they don't know what the fuck to do when they get out there. That's one reason why we're 15-2. So,
Yep.
Yeah, think about it. There's only 2 teams in the playoffs we didn't face, and that's Washington and Philly. That's it. We faced the rest of them.
Yep. So the reason why I like Washington more. And Jaden Daniels, yeah, he's got legs on him. We've done well containing mobile QBs. And also with that being said, he's a rookie. You get him on his ass more than 2 times, he's going to start wondering, look what we did to Darnold. He's already been in the league. He knows what it's like. And he got flustered.
Ask Atlanta how that worked for him.
Yeah, exactly.
They beat Atlanta.
Oh.
That's what I'm getting at. I was like, Remember, they came back and beat them. And they did that 2nd half. He threw 4 touchdowns against
Yeah, he
Atlanta.
did, didn't
Yeah. So, and he was beat the shit out of in the first half. They were like, "Oh, Jaden Daniels doesn't look that good today," because they did the containment play, the right way. They didn't
he?
try to
Yeah.
go inside the defensive
Yeah.
end. They stayed outside, kept him contained, didn't allow him to get outside. The defense got tired in that first half from containing him so much, and they couldn't contain him the second half. That's why he had the second half he did, because he's younger. He's gonna have more stamina than a guy that's twice his age.
Yeah, most definitely.
And it was Atlanta. Come on.
Yeah, Atlanta's been more up and down than an
Mhm.
OnlyFans girl subscription count.
The thing about it is too is like I said, this goes right to the point that no team is like the Lions. You see what the Lions did in Minnesota. So and they did that the whole game. They just wrapped that line around him and just squeezed the whole offensive line on Darnold, and that's the reason why Darnold did that. So,
And guess what Darnold didn't do this time that he did the first time? He
not
didn't
win.
say it was. Yeah, no. The first time they ran the football with Darnold. Remember, one of their touchdowns was Darnold scrambling. He wasn't able to do that this time because our defensive
Yeah.
tackle stayed home while the defensive ends collapsed. Is what I'm saying. We didn't have that problem. And as much as I hate to say it, that's because Levi Wuzariki moved inside when Pat O'Connor went down. If Pat O'Connor would have been inside, Sam Darnold would have been gone.
There you
First
go,
round, Eagles, Commanders, and Rams. Ooh, is that your Fitbit watch or whatever?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's the Samsung
Smart watch.
watch. But
Okay. Minnesota's
gotta
still
run,
crying
JP.
about this past game. I know. You got to run? All right, Will. Have a good night.
Yeah,
Don't
Will.
forget to check
all
out
right, Will.
WVogs.
Check you out, man.
Don't forget to check out WVogs 18 on YouTube. He does sports breaks and talks with other sports collectors around the world.
Yep.
And we have a
And I'll be
GoFundMe
back
account set
here
up.
Wednesday. I'll see you guys Wednesday.
And if he does
All
a
right,
break, make sure you buy his shit so he can afford new Wi-Fi.
Minnesota, you know what the problem about Minnesota fans too? It's not that they're talking shit about the last game. It's the fact that they're talking coming. Yeah, we're gonna kick your ass the next game, dude. When did you ever do that? You haven't done that in 4 games. Shut the fuck up.
I want to tell you right now, the stats of the team sweeping a third time on a team is way better than everybody thought it was. We kept hearing how hard it was, how hard it was. I did the research. It's happened 31 times. Guess what? Only 5 times has the team that sweeps lost in NFL history. And it was the first 3 of them was the first 3 times. In recent history, it's been they smacked that ass.
Yeah, unfortunately, James, I haven't been able to make any games this season.
No, I wanted to, but with my back getting hurt and everything else, I could not afford games this year.
Yeah. The tickets would go up like 35% or some shit like that.
Have a good one, J.I.
Have a good night, J.I. So we did the special teams, we did
Yeah,
defense.
Jay.
What are your 3 best defensive plays of the year there, Fred?
You want to come back to me on that one?
Okay. Billy Kikito, Philly at Lions, tough game. We can make. I'm not scared of any running back. I don't care how good they are. We've faced some good running backs this year and done very well. Has there been one running back by himself that's gotten 100 yards?
The only thing about Philly, though, Philly is actually a very good matchup with the Lions because they have a very good offensive line, too. And the Lions' run defense has been playing against some passe offensive lines, but Philly will be a true test if we can stop any runs or passes because they have a very good offensive line. If they're not as good as, if they're not 1, they're 2. They're 1A, 2B. Both our offensive lines are the best in the NFL. So that's going to be a challenge for the Lions.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I was in the Packers chat, and I shut them up about coming back to hit the Lions. I said, you guys can't beat the fucking Bears. I sat there and said, we ain't scared of you.
not trying to figure out why these teams think the Vikings and Packers think they're going to come into Detroit and whoop us, but we swept the division. Shut up! You sound stupid.
In the division, Green Bay is the only team that lost all their home games.
Really?
They were 1-5 in our division, right around with Chicago. That's a sad thing.
For that one Packer fan, it's got to be that dope piss he keeps rolling in, man.
Dorn.
Oh, I forgot.
That guy's a fucking idiot.
Look, Dorn is Dorn. Dorn is Dorn. He hasn't changed his spots. The only thing he changes is the goalpost he puts up for Lions.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Campbell breaks running backs. This is true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what are your top 3 ones? Did you think about it, Fred?
Specific plays? I can't think of any right off the top of my head.
I'll give you a gimme. The
What's
pick
that?
6 on Jordan Love.
Yeah, that's a good one. I also I still like the bullshit helmet to helmet from Branch against the Packers, flipping off the Packers fans in Lambeau.
I like the running off the field, flipping off the fans better.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
That's what he.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But I'm going to say, wasn't it the punch out by Amik Robertson?
Yeah,
Was
he had one
that
later in the
against Green Bay
season.
too? It was, wasn't it?
When was that?
That was against Green Bay. It was in the same game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Punch out Buddy Meek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a Green.
Yeah, it was a Green Bay game. Yeah.
In Green Bay game, right? Yes.
I think so.
The rain game when everybody said, "Oh, you guys can't play outside in the weather."
Oh,
Yeah.
Was there 2 takeaways in that game? I thought it was just the pick 6 by Kirby.
I'm pretty sure it was the fumble and the pick 6. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Man, this season's going by so fast.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
know.
there's like so much and like so fast. I'm drawing a blank on a lot of that.
Right. I mean, because the season was so long. I mean, you could say the 4-sack game against Tampa Bay of Aiden Hutchinson, but at the same time, we lost that fucking game, so it doesn't mean as much to me. And
Yeah.
I've said this to people. I said, you know what? They had half their O-line hurt in that game. I expected Aiden to dominate,
Mm-hmm.
but I also expected us to win.
And unfortunately, the game against the Cowboys, the game that Hutch got hurt in.
Wasn't
but
that his first multi-sack game since the Tampa Bay game? It was his second sack when he broke
That's
his
his
leg.
second
That was his first sack.
It was his first sack. Okay.
That was his first sack?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Because the other one, Pascal got there just before him.
Mhm.
Pascal was given the sack.
That's right. That's right.
Jared can't play outside. He can't throw deep routes. We need an RPO QB. Wah! That was everybody this off season. Remember that FPP, Fred?
Yep. Oh yeah,
Well,
I remember very well.
To James's point, that's what Hooker is.
It is
So
what
when
Hooker is.
This when he inherits that spot, that's what's going to start happening. They're going to change to an RPO offense.
And that's why we've got JT Barrett as an assistant QB coach. Everybody
Mhm.
can say that JT Barrett is nothing. I think he 100% is the guy that works in season with Hendon Hooker all year long. Because that's one
Mhm.
thing he excelled at there at Ohio State.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's been out since week 6, Corey Patterson. He's been out 12 weeks.
Mhm.
And still,
But what's funny is we won 11 of those 12 weeks. We won 11 of those 12 games. We had an 11-game winning streak with that streak intact from week 2 that when we lost the Bills. And I love Dan Campbell's response after that, after we lost when he was on the ticket, and they said, "Well, what's it like losing that 11-game win streak?" He goes, "Well, I hate to tell you guys, we're not going to have another 11-game win streak this season. It's just not possible. I'm sorry."
And people are losing their minds. People are losing their minds. Like, we're never going to do it again.
I know.
Did you
And he
freaking
said
listen
there,
to him?
he goes, "We just can't do it again this season." That's what he said.
mathematically impossible.
Oh, Ohio State pulled it out.
No, it's third quarter right now.
Oh,
Still
They-
7-0.
No,
14-14.
14-14.
Holy shit, there's some offense.
It's a game. It's a game.
Yeah.
Yes, I love Monty being back too. I think it's huge.
Yeah, me too.
And you could tell he was ready because when he was watching on the sidelines and jogging along with the plays, he wasn't limping. He wasn't
I think
limping at
Monty's
all.
still going to be on a pitch count for a little bit. See how he's doing.
I think they're going to. We run the ball 45% of the time. I think they're going to split it right down the middle.
Yeah.
Because Gibbs has went up to about 26 touches per game when you include the receptions right now.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be more like 15 apiece now once he comes back. Just to keep it even keeled, keep him fresh, keep him loose.
Yep.
That way he doesn't get too tight. We can't let Sonic not know what it's like to touch the ball just because Monty's back.
Yeah.
They're a bitch I was wearing green, okay?
Yes.
They're a bitch I was wearing green.
Oh, mom's mad.
But at the same time, this becomes a dilemma for the Lions. Think about this. Jameer has had a lot of success since Monty's injury.
He has.
Think about that for the future. Because Monty might not get re-signed because they might use Jameer as a featured back. They still got capable back. You know what they could do? They could sign Craig. And they got Vaki.
They got Vaki, yeah.
We just resigned Monty this season.
Mine's got 2 more years.
Yeah,
Mine's got 2 more years in.
Yeah, to make him last as long as Gibbs' regular rookie contract. I think what's going to happen is he's going to go after the 4th year, and Gibbs is going to be more of the featured back, and we'll either draft somebody or pick up a power back for those goal line situations to keep Gibbs healthy. I think that's what we're going to do.
We got pretty good running backs that are backups that could probably take that role.
Yeah,
I think that's some money they don't have to spend. Really, they got Vaki and they got Craig Reynolds. As long as they keep both of them guys and they can keep their salary caps low.
I think next year is Reynolds' last year, and I don't think we re-sign him because of Vaki being drafted. You know what I mean? Because we got him a year past Gibbs, which means we got him for the same length as Gibbs with the year option.
Yeah, but let Vaki prove himself first. I haven't said you're not proving nothing at 2.3 points carry. That's not happening. He needs to do better. They need to put him out there in better situations, obviously, but he needs to get more reps for me to even prove that one.
Watching HBO Hard Knocks made me fall in love with Craig, man. I really like that kid.
Yeah,
I really like that kid. I'm really rooting for him, man.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're missing my point. They got a whole year to let Vaki prove himself still.
Yeah.
Is what I'm getting at.
Oh,
so
yeah,
if,
for sure.
If Vaki proves himself next season, they won't need to re-sign Reynolds, is what I'm getting at. They can draft another guy in that mold and just keep a constant cycle of those mid to late round picks coming in that position. Because that type of power backs, you can find them anywhere in the draft. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're only going to use them 20% of the time is what I'm getting at. Because I think if Gibbs keeps progressing the way he's going, he's going to be carrying the ball 80% of the time going forward. That's what I see happening. I think he's going to start getting an average of 20 to 25 touches a game. I think that what you saw while Monty was out is exactly what you're going to get from Gibbs in the future. Splashes of the other guys that are backups on the roster for the other 20% of the game. That's it. I think that was a glimpse of what it'll be like with life without Monty in 2 more seasons.
And Monty has definitely proved he can take that load. Gibbs has. When the Gibbs has a bad game, who has a good game? David Montgomery. Every time. They complement each other so well. Oh, yeah.
When Monty's not having a game, Gibbs goes off.
I think it's so crazy, too, how them damn talking heads, talking about Hutch real quick, that, we're going to lose it all now. With Hutch being out, we're going to lose it all. What are we going to do?
Well, I don't want to call out nobody, but Mike Valente of 97.1 was the first person that said we're not winning the Super Bowl without Hutch. I just want to say that because I can't stand that guy.
Oh, I can't stand it. And guess what? He already retracted that. He goes, the way we just played Minnesota last night, I see us winning the Super Bowl.
Nope.
He said it this past
Don't
week.
retract shit. No.
I know.
Stay with
I
that
know.
same energy, you dumbass.
I know.
Stay your ass in New York where you belong.
I know.
Just like
I
Rob
wanted to
Parker.
say, just like everybody else that was saying the same thing
Mhm.
before the Minnesota game. Hell, there was a whole NFL Live. Mina Kimes, Ryan Clark, what's his name? The guy that used to play for the Chargers. It was the defensive lineman, the defensive tackle. Always talks on there.
Oh,
God, I can't think of his
What
name.
was your
but
question?
he used to play for San Diego Chargers. He was their defensive tackle, big guy. Marcellus Wiley,
Yeah.
There you go.
and somebody else. All four of them said, "Yeah, Minnesota's winning this game," and the score started at 31 up to 42, and all the scores for the Lions was in the 20s.
Yep.
And they did that on NFL Live just before the game went on. How stupid are you?
Yeah.
I feel stupid because I feel stupid because I said that Minnesota was going to score 31 points.
all of them came back on Monday, though, and were like, I didn't see it. I said, of course you didn't see it because you're not in Detroit. But you don't know nothing about Detroit.
Hey James,
Marcellus Wiley.
his name is Nick Wrong.
Nick Wrong. Nick Wrong's
Actually,
an idiot.
mentioning him, I actually do hope that he becomes the Bears' next head coach.
Yes, there we go. That would be the Bears thing to do. Hey, get your music ready, Austin.
Okay.
Ready? Play.
Oh, I like his. I like his. It's kind of
His
slower.
got a little,
It's a little
yeah, his
slower.
has got more of the I need to be on the stripper pole sound.
We gotta find some way to get that damn picture animated so it looks like he's.
And Nick Wrong sucks. Yes, he does.
Him and fucking.
And isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
I think that's all the Bears fans from back when they were alive during the last Super Bowl they won. We're going to win again, fuck Ovechkin.
No, that's the future Chicago Bears fans until they get to another Super Bowl.
And James, I would say Adam Rank too, but we don't have any nickname because Rank is pretty good. He's Rank.
Corey, he got the chopped and screwed version.
I got one from Adam Rank. How about Adam Stank?
Yeah,
Yeah, Adam
there
Stank,
we go.
man.
Then of course we got the Garden Gnome, Dan
There you
Letter.
I don't got that one.
Where's he at?
Oh, I don't know. He's been working a lot. He's got a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, I know he said that. So
I don't like giving him too much shit other than on the show.
no, I know. I do miss giving my buddy shit though.
Yeah, I know. You loved being in the chat giving him shit.
Yeah.
We missed that guy.
He said he had a tire that's wore out on the inside, and he goes, I can't get these fuckers to do it while it's on the car. I said, then take them the tire loose and tell them it's a full-size spare. He goes, what? I said, you got one tire that's bad. Go back and just take the rim in, borrow somebody's car, take the rim to a tire shop and say, I just bought this rim for a full-size spare. That's all you have to say. They cannot deny you service. If you got it on your vehicle and you have an all-wheel drive vehicle, the dealership and all the big box tires places will always try to sell you a full set of tires when all you need is one. So if you take it in as a loose rim, they can't deny you a tire sale.
See, listen to the tire guy.
Yep. But
he knows what he's talking about.
I gotta hop off.
All right, thanks,
Austin.
Fred. Go have fun.
All right, Austin. See ya. Have a good weekend. What game are you guys looking forward to the most this weekend?
I want to watch it. I think it's going to be the highest scoring game of the week. I think it's Washington versus Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
I think that's the best matchup. I think both teams are going to be going back and forth. The Washington O-line is playing better. The neither secondary plays great, so I expect a lot of points. I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair.
Sorry, Jamie.
The
James
goes in,
comment.
Cobb goes
Buddy
on.
and James are
Smiles
just
and
going
say,
there. Buddy and James.
Oh, good Lord.
So I'm trying to do, James. I'm trying to get that animated.
But ain't that cool?
Yeah.
You posted this earlier. I missed it. That's really cool, man.
When you putting your light up?
I've got to find a way to mount it on the wall, and I'm going to use it also to tack some of these that are loose down at the same time. I got to find a special type of hook that's long enough to get into the wall and through the foam. I'll be putting it up, but it does work. It looks really fucking cool.
Yeah. Ah, man. Which side you going to put it on? This side or this side?
Right, no, this
here?
side
Yeah.
right here.
That would
Go
be great.
right over
Yeah.
the shoulder right here.
Uh-huh.
It'll fill it in, be nice and bright blue, blinding you guys through my camera.
Get you. Yeah. Just make sure you turn down your light.
Oh, look at this. We got another new guy in here, Mr. Rose. The Lions will owe the Chiefs. Let's hope it's them in the Super Bowl. I think they've got the hardest road to get there because of how their offense has been floundering and their defense has been starting. You know, think about it. They only rested 4 offensive starters and 3 defensive starters, and they look like absolute dog shit versus the Broncos. If the Broncos give a fit to the Bills defense like I think they will and pull off the upset, the Chiefs are in trouble.
I don't go against the Chiefs during the playoffs. That's something that they're really good at. They get in the playoffs, they got this other damn notch that goes on. I don't know what it is, but it seems like they could be 6 and 11 and get in the playoffs, and they would play like a fucking 15-2 team. You know,
Chiefs got some voodoo shit with the Ravens, man. Freaking Lamar plays nothing like he does during the regular season, and then Mahomes plays out of his mind like he did during the regular season. I mean, he plays well, sure, but I mean, in the playoffs, he plays godly, man. It's unreal.
I know.
It's sickening. Fuck Mahomes.
And I'll tell you what, I think it's disgusting that as a first seed, because they won their division, that they avoided Detroit just because Taylor Swift played here in the offseason for her concert. I think it's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
That's the NFL may say they didn't want to come to Detroit because this is the year they would have to. Because it's every other year in those type of matchups. Did you see who we got as an away team that we play next year? The fucking Chiefs again.
Yep, the Chiefs.
It's bullshit.
We got Dallas again too. I'm getting sick of seeing their ass.
No, but Dallas is coming here.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm still sick of seeing Dallas. Every fucking year it's Dallas.
But it's because we're playing the NFC East again. We play all of the NFC East.
Yeah, I play the Eagles again, Washington, Giants.
We got actually a harder schedule next year than we had this year, if you look at it.
We played Giants at home or away.
Oh, you live in Pawpaw.
Pawpaw.
Oh, you're down by me.
That reminds me, B. You know the streak with the Bears that I had? The streak with the Chiefs officially started when they lost to the Broncos.
True.
Keep it going.
Hey, just think, we wouldn't be the number 1 power ranked team this week if it wasn't for the Broncos.
Bengals are eyeing Matt Eberflus for DC. That would be a good hire.
I think it would be a good hire. I think
he's a great
for
defense
DC.
coach.
Yes.
Yeah. There's guys that we've said that need to stay at DC. Josh McDaniels, great offensive coordinator, dog shit head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think, and just because of the reports I've read and everything I've heard, Pete Carroll actually wants to coach the Bears. He already has an offensive coordinator. He already has a defensive coordinator. He already has a special teams coordinator lined up. And those guys say they have their assistants lined up already. So he's got a whole coaching staff ready to walk in the fucking door. And you're talking about a guy that has Super Bowl experience. Still haven't announced the Germany one, They announced the London one. I think Germany is the one that comes out right after the Super Bowl. They announce who's in Germany, and then in the other game.
That reminds.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be going overseas again.
I think we are going to Germany because we were listed as one of the 8 teams for the 2 games that are over there this year.
I think we go to Germany just simply because of St. Brown.
And the St. Brown family being from there and everything else.
Mm-hmm. That reminds me, since you brought up head coach as the coordinators, did you see who the Raiders had an interview with?
Aaron Glenn.
No, Salah.
Oh, I expected that to happen.
Yeah, he's another one that just needs to be a defensive coordinator.
I agree. I'm looking at the list, and I thought, wow, the smartest list that I saw so far was the Seahawks talking to Hank Fraley.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he said, instead of hiring him as the actual OC and making him assistant OC and passing game coordinator, I'm just saying, if they get both Thomas Brown and Hank Fraley, I think that's really going to help the Seahawks. Because Thomas Brown was looking decent after they fired Shane Waldron as an offensive coordinator. It just sucks that they ran into the buzzsaw that was us and didn't use a timeout, and Eberflus got fired. Then you had an interim head coach.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first time in NFL history. And as we saw, it didn't work till the last week.
You know what? As I think about it, James, you and JB could be right about that. However, I know how the NFL thinks, and I know how they work. You know what they're going to probably do? They're going to probably have the Lions go over there and have it be a divisional game against Green Bay and make it at home at Green Bay. Green Bay will be home just to offset Detroit. Period, because you know the NFL don't want the Detroit to do anything, so they're going to fuck us some way.
I think they're going to put Chicago over there as the home field. I think that would be funny as fuck. Come on now. Come on.
The Bears don't need to go anywhere.
And
they don't even need to be in Chicago.
Well, they sent them to London to get beat by the Jags, remember?
Or didn't they beat the Jags? Didn't they beat the Jags?
Oh, wait, they came back and won it. That's right.
Yeah.
It wasn't their best game.
I don't think Green Bay is NFL's love child no more. I think they're kind of falling out of that. I think it's more or less the Detroit Lions are one of them.
It's Lions, Chiefs, Bills, and you see the love that Burrow gets.
I think the fans like the Lions, but the NFL itself, you see how they're hyping up Minnesota all the time?
Oh yeah.
So now that's going to be the new darlings of the NFL for the NFL.
Yeah,
Minnesota.
I mean, it's just Green Bay's not getting those calls like they normally used to. I mean, during the Rodgers era, I mean, they were.
Nobody wants to fucking play in Green
Bay
anymore. That old ass stadium.
They still got calls, but they weren't at the point where they influenced the game.
Yeah,
that's where you're seeing the difference.
Yeah,
and the fact that, hey, I'm going to admit it, we got away with a few calls in a few games this year. Don't say we didn't.
Oh yeah,
I agree with and the fact that happened showed that jinx of the NFL on the Lions is slowly disappearing.
I mean,
what I'm getting at.
They missed that blatant one of Smith hands to the face when he went to go. Who was that?
That was
Green
Love.
Bay, wasn't it?
Green Bay, yeah, against Love, yeah. That was an automatic first down. Do I think it was game changing?
Oh my God, that's funny. The ticket can lick it. Brett, do it. Hey, I like Gator and Anderson. You know, Doug Carson, Gator and
there's some good people on 97.
I even like Rico Beard when he pulls his dumbass out of his butthole.
Well, that's he always agrees to everything Valente says. He's
notice they put him on opposite shows now, so he doesn't get to be the Valente hype man. He has that half hour where they talk to overlap the shows, and then they're done. And I think that it was time for that to happen. I'm just glad the Lions do not play in bad weather in playoffs. Well, we faced bad weather 2 times this year. We were outside 3 times. And it actually wasn't it rain of sprinkling towards the end of the 49ers game too.
Yeah.
So we had 3 games outside in inclement weather, and nothing bad happened.
Actually, 4 if you count Houston because they had a roof open.
Yeah, but it was a clear night that night. That's the only reason why they had the roof open.
Hey, technically, it's still an open stadium.
Yes. That might be why the ball scraped the paint.
I don't think it was very good. I don't think the weather was the greatest in Chicago either.
No,
I don't think it was like
cold.
it. Yeah, it was cold. Yeah.
That's a game I'd like to go to next year. Hopefully, before if it's not too crazy. Honestly, if it's earlier in the season, I really wanted to go to that game this year in Chicago. Wife and I want to go see every stadium, but being in December, we weren't sure how the weather was supposed to be, and
That's your bucket list,
it
Fred.
wasn't worth it. What's that?
That's your bucket list to go to every NFL stadium.
Yep, go watch the Lions play in every NFL stadium.
Have you been down
That's
Lucas
I
Oil?
like that.
By the way, the Chicago Blackhawks lost to the Red Wings 3-5 tonight.
I was just going to say something about that because it's Chicago, and I hate Chicago. I hate every fucking team in Chicago except the Cubs.
Yeah, Cubs got that little.
Oh, goddamn fucking Buckeyes got the lead, 21-14.
Yep, but they just scored.
Fuckers.
It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold,
Lot
but
of
not
time left.
snowy.
Yeah, so we're hoping to go down to Chicago. I'd like to see Soldier Stadium before it's gone.
Valenti is a clickbait horror from an audio standpoint, and unfortunately for people with brains, it means we can't listen without vomiting. So right.
That's a +1 for you, James. Yep. Most definitely.
It's supposed to be in the 20s with a 10-degree wind, and they're saying it might feel like 12 degrees outside for Sunday's game. So it's going to be cold, a light breeze. Brandon McManus kicking the football outside with a wind.
We're getting some of that white shit. We're getting some of that white shit right now. Freaking lake effect crap.
Well, yeah, because you're down there in that southwest corner of the state by Lake Michigan, right?
Yep.
James, the only reason why I like the Cubs is because they don't really have to play any of our teams. I just hate Chicago in general. I hate the city. I hate the fans. I hate the people there. And hate's a strong word for me. So I'll tell you, that's how much I hate Chicago. I don't like the sports teams. I don't like the city. I think the city's overrated. I don't like the people from there because they're always talking big shit all the time. I don't even like bringing Chicago fans on my show. I can't stand them motherfuckers. Yeah, these teams beating Notre. Yeah. Talking about a championship, I don't want to see is Ohio State and Notre Dame. Fuck both them teams.
Unfortunately, every time I had to drive through the southern area, I have to listen to Valenti. And plus, I actually pick them up here in Flint on the radio. And it's the only all-sports radio station I get in, so I listen to it a lot. Because the 1330 station here, their AM station, it's so weak you can't hear it, and it's in the same town. That's bad.
Mm-hmm. It's AM.
Right.
So,
but they're phasing it out because of digital radio and doing the 4K broadcast. Yeah. Because they're overpowering it.
I know you remember when we had 97.1 on not 97.1, but 97 point the jazz station we had here in the FM with Alexander Zonchek, the jazz station we had, and they moved that to HD. That pissed me off.
Right.
I like jazz.
We got
I'm sorry.
Joseph Capobianco saying the boys. Yes. We're here every Friday night. This is what we do. We talk about the Lions, but we're not playing this week. We're on a bye week. Unlike the Bears that are on a bye week, the whole playoffs, we're just on a bye week because we got the first seed.
And we could talk shit about the other playoff team.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm not really talking shit. I do think the Rams can beat Minnesota, but I think they're upset with it being moved to Glendale.
I love James. James is my guy, man. Avoid the whole damn city together.
A lot of the fans are sad because they can't afford to go there. And I was like, wait a minute, you don't have to pay rent or, utilities right now. Use that money you're saving because it costs so much in California to go to the goddamn game. But the first time the LA Rams has a home field advantage in LA, it will be the first time they've had a home field advantage in LA because the local fans don't go there anyway.
Yeah, I think moving it to Arizona is more beneficial to the Rams than it is to Minnesota.
Believe it or not, they were actually saying that 60% of Phoenix is people that used to live in Minnesota and Michigan.
Hey, more
And I
like
think
it's
that's
more
hilarious.
more beneficial for the Cardinals. They finally get to see a playoff game in Arizona.
Yeah, they haven't seen that since they had Kurt Warner at quarterback.
I'll
Yep.
tell you that's not true because the Rams had to play them not too long ago.
In the
Remember
playoffs.
that Arizona
Oh,
had
yeah.
the best record in the division, and the Rams were
Yeah.
second best, and then they beat them in
And that's
Arizona.
because the Keebler Elf and Cliff Kingsbury
Yeah,
fell apart.
Keebler L folded like a fucking lawn chair. That's why in that game.
Yeah, you're right,
'Cause-
James. It's in there. They moved the game to Arizona.
Mhm.
Yeah, because of the fires.
The Fires.
Yep.
What if it burns down L.A.? Oh my
They're
god!
saying it might. They're saying it might.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my picture. I was seeing pictures of it. It's crazy.
Yeah,
The Clippers and Lakers game just got canceled for this upcoming week.
what happened? Texas did something.
They threw the ball in the end zone, pass interference in the end zone.
All right,
It
it's
should be
21-21
first down
coming
right
up.
at the 1 yard line. Yeah, it's 21-14 Ohio State right now, but there should be at the 1 yard line after that pass interference.
All right. So
More like the 5.
At the 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy, I'm like that too. I don't like using the word hate, but when it comes to Chicago, I have no problem.
it's real close. The Palisades fire is actually almost in Santa Monica already.
Oh, my
Mhm.
bad. My phone's behind.
It's all
The
good. There's
Eaton-
2.
The Eaton
Oh.
fire.
There's another one.
It's out there past. It's right by Glendale. It's right or
Mhm.
Glensdale, which is actually where the stadium is at, right? Isn't their stadium in LA is in Glensdale, California?
No, you might be thinking of Arizona, Glendale.
No.
Cardinals.
They're I'm talking about the LA Rams stadium is not actually in LA. It's east of LA,
Oh.
if I remember, in Orange County. And I believe
Yeah,
the
but-
town is not Glendale, Glensdale is what I'm saying.
I'm not sure on that because I know the Cardinals is in Glendale. I've been by it. My grandma used to live down there.
I know the Palisades fire is the one that took out the Beverly Hills sign.
Mm-hmm.
And that was crazy to see where it was so lit up on the other
No,
side of the hill.
SoFi is in Inglewood.
Oh, SoFi's in Inglewood. Okay. But I know it's not actually in LA is what I was getting
But it's
at.
close
Yeah.
though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's getting close.
Yeah. So they could end up losing that stadium. How crazy is that?
Yeah, they
You
just
know
built
what's-
the damn thing.
You know the things that I see people posting these videos that are from California and they're evacuating. They ain't lying. That shit looks like hell. Straight up,
does.
it looks like hell.
Yep.
I mean,
I'm not
they got
sure.
red flames all the way around them. Whenever it's vacuum, it's fucking terrible, man.
Right.
Well,
I feel bad for those guys.
Yeah, it's basically just north and west of Beverly Hills right now. And the fires are so close that when they showed a picture of the Hollywood sign, it literally looked like it was on fire.
Mhm.
And I was like, man, how crazy is this? We may lose Beverly Hills. We may lose Bel Air. That's all right
The
there.
Hollywood sign.
Yeah, and the Hollywood sign.
Lose
is-
Hollywood too, because Hollywood's right there.
Right. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But Palisades, Bel Air, then Hollywood. That's the order it goes.
Mhm.
They lost the high school that Carrie was shot at. It was sorry, don't know if I should use that word. The movie film.
Oh, Carrie, yeah, the one
Yep.
the Stephen King movie out there. Where
Yes,
so
definitely
that-
that for
that was-
other movies
that was-
like Teen Wolf, Freaky Friday, I guess. They use it for
And-
several.
parts of Hoosiers, if I remember right.
I'm not sure on that one, but
But,
they used that school, that high school, and that burned down.
damn shame. I mean, they're losing some iconic stuff out there.
Wait a minute, isn't that
Yep.
the high school they shot 90210 in?
I'm not sure on that one either.
I'm not sure.
That-
No.
put it right on the-
The high school they shot 90210. What was that? Wasn't that the one that was featured also the front of? On the
Oh, my
original
goodness.
Back to the Future.
What happened?
Texas
I
fumbled on a 4th and goal, and Ohio State just ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
No.
At the 6-yard line.
Damn you, Texas.
I was going to say the NFL almost had that. So, what's up with the Chargers then? They're going to stay in Texas?
No, Chargers got their game is a away game.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying,
Houston,
are
right?
they going to stay in Houston though?
I don't
Not
know.
an idea.
That's a good idea. They might play in Arizona. Arizona might be their home stadium for right now.
Do you guys think
Right.
that the one Charger fan will travel to Houston?
You mean the one LA Charger fan? All
Yes,
the
I
San
mean-
Diego fans will go there.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody was saying, why don't they just go play in Qualcomm? I said, because they tore it down.
Yeah. Duh.
Because they said they could just stay in California and play at Qualcomm. I said, no, they can't.
Well, there's other stadiums in California. It's not like they can't. I mean, they can go to San Francisco.
But it was the exact same distance in hours to drive to Glendale as it is to go to San Francisco from LA.
Oh,
That's why they did what they did. They didn't want to leave people in the state where the fires were, just in case they go north. So they said, well, why don't we just go south and into Arizona? I said, oh, yeah, let's go south and into a desert where if the piece of dew gets hit by the sun at the wrong time of day, it starts a fire down there.
fucking make everybody happy. Let's go play in Tijuana.
There we go. Party time.
And Rose Bowl's in Pasadena, right? And how far away is that?
Oh, that's pretty close too.
And
That's a fighting
that's
words
a
right
pretty
there,
small
buddy.
stadium, from my understanding, correct? Compared to SoFi?
Mm-hmm.
SoFi fits 72,000 people. It's actually a decent sized stadium. It's slightly bigger than Ford Field, but it's smaller than like most of your open air stadiums.
Yeah.
It's a nice ass stadium though.
Oh, it's beautiful. So's the Legion. I say what you want. It looks like the Death Star coming out of the fucking desert, but it's beautiful.
Well, Texas, you done choked away the damn
Yeah.
your damn playoff. Fucking idiots.
And they had home field advantage too.
Yeah.
That's a damn shame. Well, I'm glad you like it, OSU, Joey.
Yep.
You got a
Hey.
bunch of
Congratulations,
Michigan
Joey
fans
Uso.
there.
Yep.
Ohio State can beat good teams, but they can't beat Michigan.
Nope.
Yep.
Neither can
Ryan Day is-
Alabama.
Ryan Day has accepted the fact that he's Michigan's bitch.
That's right.
Wait, isn't that like the same thing with the Packers and the Bears?
Yeah. Michigan and the Detroit Lions have made everybody their bitch.
At least in the division.
Belt to ass.
Hey, we can officially say we're the only team in the division to beat all three teams by double digits.
I think we're the only team to sweep all our division opponents too this year.
Yep, we are. We're the only team to go 6-0. Chiefs had a chance, but they decided to rest starters and lose to the Broncos, so they didn't have to worry about
Had to
the
play
Bengals.
Cincinnati, right?
Right. It was
Yeah.
a chess move. That was a chess move. You can say
That
what
was
you
smart
want.
on their end.
It sounds like it's Notre Dame versus State.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather have shame.
I really had neither one of them.
That's the new version of Catholics versus convicts, right?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one, dude. That's a good
I
one.
win. I win. I win.
That's definitely a +1 for you, bro. Catholics versus convicts. That's awesome, dude. Oh, man.
On that note, guys, I'm gonna call it a night.
Yes.
Have a
Fred,
good weekend.
Yes.
All right,
Thanks for
Fred.
coming. One
Thanks for
pride,
coming
Fred.
out, man.
Yeah. Glad I was able to make it. Like, you sent me the link. I was like, oh shit,
got some shit going on, but
Just before you go.
FTP, guys. FTP.
FTP.
Have a good one.
You too, man.
You know, Philly, I know you got Jalen Hurts back from concussion protocol. I know that you got A.J. Brown that is fine, despite what all those other bullshit people said. We talked about this earlier. Beat the fuck out of the goddamn Packers.
Yeah, I could probably carry either way.
I don't care if we face you guys in the NFC Championship game. I really don't. That's hilarious. I'm Catholic. I'm dying.
Hey, Joey, that's Catholic in a nudge, nudge, wink, wink kind of way. You know what I'm saying?
And Notre Dame should 100% come to the Big Ten. They're right here.
Didn't they
in the
try to
middle
come to
of
the
it.
Big Ten? Didn't they come to the Big Ten?
No, the Big
year?
Ten. The Big Ten tried to get them, and they said, "No, we're good. We still got the NBC money."
Yeah.
Remember, that's what happened. The old AD before before the new AD of the Big Ten came in, tried to do that.
Yeah. Then from that point on, they just started sucking. This is probably the only year they've been pretty good in the last 10 years.
He goes, they will be packing by the start of the fourth quarter. I like it. That's some confidence. I like that shit. Well, if you look at it, they should win. They got the better running back. They got the better O-line. Jordan Love, we don't know how bad Love is. Oh, no. That's the no-no spot, Father.
That was a nudge, nudge, wink, wink I was talking about, Joe.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Well, it is time for me to give homage to my sponsor. God, it's 11 o'clock. We had a fun time tonight, didn't we?
Yeah.
You know, it's nice when you don't have to talk about a game you're involved in, ain't it?
Yeah. It's nice when you get like 4 hours of sleep before the show, too.
Oh, I bet. Because, like, I got an hour's sleep. I ain't going to lie. I woke up at 8.
Yeah, I went to bed. I was like, I'm going to be up like maybe in an hour.
Let's talk about my sponsor, Brandon Service at the corner of South Grand Traverse and West Atherton Road, 602 West Atherton Road. In Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good. Stop in and check us out. Used tires starting at $45 and up, depending on size and condition. If you need new tires, please allow 1 to 2 days for delivery, but call 810-233-8230 and talk to George or Brad about ordering your tires. He goes, sorry, I came in late, boys. Hey, you're fine, Joey. This is just more of the Lions talk than anything. We went over our MVPs for offense, defense, and special teams. We did our favorite plays. We had a great night.
Yeah.
And then it became a shit talking fest. He goes, Ohio State makes me sick. Well, that's why I called them the convicts.
Buddy, yeah, the Packers mean something else to us too.
There is still 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. They could do something. I feel like that kid in the meme with the stick going, do something, Texas.
That game is over. That game is over.
Poking the bear.
They done upchucked it on the 1 yard line, so that's not good. So whatever.
Oh, I know they backed out of that contract, Brent DeWitt. That's why they signed the NBC contract. He goes, to be honest, I like coming into your guys' streams better than my own fan base.
Yeah, Joey,
There's a few of I've watched a few of the Philly ones, and it's so crazy how they shit on so many teams, but it's been just as much limited success for the Philadelphia Eagles as it has been for most of the teams in that division. You know, I'm not even trying to be a shit talker here. I'm just trying to go fly, Eagles, fly. That's all I got to say. This week, it's fly, Eagles, fly. Next week, you're not playing us, so it's fly, Eagles, fly again. I don't care. But when you play us, it's fuck you.
Yeah, Yeah, beers mean something else to us too. We got all kinds of shit for all the other teams.
I mean, we got the Atlanta fail cans,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
the Purdue Boilermakers, because they don't win shit in the Big Ten.
I said next year I'm cheering for all the kitty cat teams. So Bengals, the Jaguars, the Panthers, and the Lions are all kitty cat teams. I'm gonna cheer for the kitty cat teams.
Unless they're playing each other.
Unless they're playing the Lions. I don't care if they play each other.
Right. No, I'm talking about that's what I'm talking about. If the Lions are playing any one of them, fuck them. They don't exist.
Right.
Yeah.
We're the king of the jungle, so we need to be.
We're like King Louie in the Jungle Book. I'm the king of the swingers world, the jungle VIP.
Damn, I could picture that too. That's why I'm laughing. Yeah,
And I even got the song right. I even got the words right.
That's why I said I could picture it when you were singing it. The whole cartoon.
And the whole move.
Damn it. Yeah.
Because that's the way he moved his shoulders in the movie, in the original.
Yeah.
He goes, Carolina will need prayers and players.
I think they'll be all right next year.
I like what I saw out of Bryce Young to end the season. Remember, they fucking played great versus the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Falcons got to worry about next year. And we will play the Bengals next year, and Lions are bigger than Tigers. Fuck them.
Yep.
And on top of that, I mean the Panthers. I mean the Bucks got to watch out too. I think everybody in that division's got to watch out for Carolina next year. I think Carolina's going to be a much better team.
Yep, and Brent DeWitt, you're exactly right. The Eagles' talent is undeniable, but the chemistry is questionable, and that's true.
Agreed.
We've seen it. At times, the defense doesn't have that chemistry and doesn't look like they play that well together. And then other games, they look great, and everybody looks like a cohesive unit. And Joey, it's been a back and forth thing with that. That's why you guys lost a couple games. You should. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to talk shit. I'm being factual for what I saw with my eyeballs when I watched those games.
And there's also the talk about AJ Brown and Hurts.
They squashed it themselves, and we
Yeah,
knew that would happen. We knew that would happen. That type of stuff happens every year between a wide receiver and a tight end, where they get into a little spiff. But it's like a lover's quarrel.
But the thing of it is and Sirianni going after the fans wasn't good. That tiff between the quarterback and the receiver, yeah, it happens. But you know what? The whole locker room got involved, and that's not good. Things should stay in the locker room, and that's the problem with today's NFL. People want to talk shit out because of social media, and that's why this shit's happening because of social media. So stop doing that shit. Keep stuff in the house. Don't get that shit, interrupt. And Sirianni's got as much to do with that as anybody else. But they're still a good team. They should never lost to Atlanta. They definitely shouldn't have lost to Washington.
Buddy, you're not wrong. Our division was tougher this year. Say what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Every year, this division's going to get better. The only team that got worse was the Bears, and I said they would.
Yeah.
I did not have faith in the Bears, nor was I ever going to have faith in the Bears. I said they could have the best quarterback they've ever had in franchise history, and they're still not going to win 7 games.
Hell, at the beginning of the season, I was calling for Eberflus' head.
Everybody was.
Yeah.
Ryan Poles was. That tells you everything you need to know. Ryan Poles, before the draft, went to Warren and George McCaskey and said, we should get rid of Ryan Poles right now and not do Caleb Williams like we've done every other rookie quarterback we've ever drafted.
But yeah. The Lions can't. The Lions are not going to. I'm going to tell you something. This is all falling into the reason why the Lions will win the Super Bowl, because with them being a great team they are, now you have Minnesota, who's just as good. Green Bay, who's
close.
is close. But it's a rough division to play in this year. It lined off for Detroit to be that strong team. That's why I think they're going to be in a Super Bowl. I think they're going to win a Super Bowl because they had nothing but hard shit to do all year.
Right. And I think
Adversity.
the worst team for us to line up for in the Super Bowl, but I'm not worried about them getting there because they've never been there, is the Ravens.
The
I
Ravens are matchup good.
100%. I 100% think that's the worst matchup the Lions could have in the Super Bowl.
Well, if it's a year that they play the Ravens, this will be the year to play the Ravens. They don't have the defensive coordinator they had last year because he's a Seattle head coach.
Right.
Their defense is not that good anymore. When you're headlining your safety as one of the better players on your team, Hamilton, then you know your defense ain't that great. So I think the offense will get off on them too. I think the thing we have to watch for is Lamar. I think it's going to be a high-scoring Super Bowl if Baltimore gets in it because they got Lamar and Henry. Henry run your ass over. Henry's a tough-ass running back.
And the Bills can come back, but I don't think they do to this defense what they did last time, and we will still do that to their defense.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, if the Bills don't make it, there's a chance McDermott gets fired.
Right. Because they told him it's kind of a Super Bowl or bust year to start the season.
Well, considering they didn't choose them to win even the division compared to what the Jets and the Miami were doing, I mean, I think that McDermott did just about as equal as what Conley has done. So
there we go. Yes, there's the answer. We can beat Baltimore. All we got to do is call Tomlin. That's illegal.
Which is legal. I know that's right. Call Tom. What do you do with them, man?
Hey, what do you do defensively? Tell me exactly what you've done in the past. I don't want to know what you did this year.
But James, we can't use the last game against it because Baltimore kicked their ass.
You heard what I said. What did you do in the past? Because I'm not using what you used this year.
Well, they did beat them this year too, but they also lost to them pretty bad.
Yeah, they beat them badly to start the season. Wasn't that with Justin Fields starting?
No, they didn't beat them bad. I think they won by about 3 or something like that. If it was bad, it was by a touchdown. But the Ravens kicked their ass the last.
Oh yeah, I know.
And that was a Russell Wilson. And although they didn't have Pickens, but Pickens is a crybaby anyway. I'm getting tired of his crybaby ass. Well, I tell you, Pittsburgh and their damn fucking receivers.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. And I want to say, try every day to be a better person. And you heard say before that the only way to make the world a better place. Tell them about your podcast there, B.
Is one ass cheek and 3 toes at 11:30 a.m. on Sunday, and that's Eastern Standard Time. We're talking playoffs like we're talking here this Sunday. We're going to have a plethora of people on there to talk from different teams, all playoff teams, obviously. So just join us then, 11:30. Catch us on my YouTube. I will have it posted on my Facebook page.
Perfect. All right. Keegan, you know where you can be found right here on Wednesday nights on the NFL Roundtable Talks, and usually right here on the Fan Cave Chat, at least at this point in the season, because the catering's done.
Yep. Exactly.
But thank you again, everybody. Thank you, Joey Uso. I hate picking soft ass too. But anyways, I call him Kenny Pickett and Flick It.
White picket fence.
And yes, buddy Kinkito. FTV, FTB, FTB.
You got it, buddy.